How are you, brother?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I know you as talent that
that caught
caught
my
my
eye.
eye.
Yes, yes, yes,
You
yes.
can just introduce yourself quickly to the viewer there, who you
Okay.
are
Yeah.
and what you are about.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Tapelo Khasao,
Mhm.
known as KB. The name behind talent that caught my eye. And what I do, I love sporting talent around Kasi rural areas, and then try to appreciate the talent and expose it to the better level. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's why I want to be your friend because that's what I'm about. I believe I was a born scout, but that's not why we're here. We
Uh-huh.
are here to talk a little bit about DDC. It's criminal of us not to talk about such a big moment that happened this year.
Mm.
10 years into the DDC, the guys went all the way, they won it. Just your thoughts on that.
I think it was a incredible season. Looking at where like Chiefs has been, it's a good token of good thing for the chairman because Chiefs hasn't won a trophy in a long time. I think getting it from the DDC level was a good thing. Looking at the run, it was a great run because I think they played around 28 games and then they had 22 wins and then there was only 2 losses and then 4 draws. Out of all, they got 70 points.
Broke records.
Yeah, broke records, 70 points altogether. And then also to look at how they maneuvered their season. But you can look at the impact of the technical team, like including Coach Shepard, Muzi, and Coach Mativi. I think that thing
mm,
had an impact on how we approached
mm.
the season.
I
Yeah.
think you're reading my mind because
Yeah.
my next question was going to be, what do you think worked? Where do you think this season was the difference?
Yeah, as you have heard from Coach Vela, that they look at their team and they were like, they're not going to transit a lot of players to any player to the first team. And then they went back to say, no, let's now try to fight for the league. Because previously, even people were criticizing Coach Vela that he
I
doesn't,
was,
yeah, that he
I
doesn't,
was
he
because
doesn't win the league. Yeah.
yeah.
So, but he thought, no, man, like now let's focus on winning the league. And then they went for the league. But what I appreciate so much was they had a good technical team, and I think they instilled a very good mentality on the
On the
player. Yeah,
boys,
because you
yeah.
can look, I've checked like the first 5 games they had 4 wins and only 1 loss.
Mm,
Imagine having 1 loss and then after that
mm,
it goes to the
mm,
only two
mm,
losses in a season. That
mm.
means they really had a good season.
I always have a back and forth with people on the TL,
Yeah.
on the other platform that
Mm.
we use, that in development, they say you don't focus on winning.
Yeah.
I say, even at under 12,
Yeah. Yeah.
winning is the reason why we play football.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's good that these boys won, and it's good that they are going to go abroad and learn some new
Yeah,
things in
some of the
football.
boys will also go to other teams. Like
Yeah.
I think there are rumors of some going to PSL teams. Yeah, so I think it shows that our development team is doing a lot of work in terms of the talent that we are producing.
Yeah, the captain is gone.
Yeah,
Tati is gone.
yeah,
And I saw another article this morning saying, it was yesterday
yeah.
actually, where Coach Vela was assuring us that at least 3 boys are going to go to preseason
With the
with
first
the
team.
first team.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
And it's for the coaches to
Yeah,
have a look.
yeah.
But your thoughts on that, man? Looking at the boys and how they did, and what do you think about them going to? What benefit will they get?
I think it's gonna help them to test their levels with the big guys and
Yeah,
but I think they have the good attributes. They have ability to play in a first team, but they
Mhm.
will need slow integration.
Just name a few.
I think Kabelo Nkwesa, the left back. I think that boy like has a few.
Festival of
Yeah,
assists.
exactly. Because if you look at his link up with Hlongwane, was perfect link up. Most of the goals that Hlongwane scored, it was him assisting.
Absolutely.
And then there is
Absolutely.
Touch Mawas.
Mabaso,
Yeah,
yeah.
Touch
Yeah.
Mawas. I think that boy's talented. Just need to be around.
He's got the heart.
Yeah,
He, this season he proved to me that he's very important because
yeah.
whenever he
Not
was not in
there.
the
Yeah,
team, you could see
we're not winning.
we
We
didn't.
struggle. Or if
Same
we're
as
with
captain
yeah, captain who
Nkosi.
Nkosi was key. Was very key because I think even how we played, like Nkosi made it easy for us. Nkosi, even when he was playing as a center back,
Mm-hmm.
but when we are building, he could just shift in and come and play as a 6, which gave us a lot of good movement when we are attacking.
Thank you. I'm going to rush you to the next one. Formations. 3 back. I mean, 3 at the back versus 4 at the back. This season I could see that we used both.
Yeah, we did
strategically.
Both.
My good example is the last 2 games against Makezi. We played 3 at the back. And in the last game for Amazon, we played 4 at the back. We won the first one 3-0. We won the second one 5-0. So talk to me about these formations and the importance with DDC and first team.
I think in the past, like we lost a little bit of a touch in terms of integrating our way of playing with the first team. I think we were far apart. We could see some of the boys like they're struggling in the first team, but I just think like it was the technical team inclusion of Shepard being there. He just brought that kind of idea where we play with 4 at the back, and I think it worked because a player like Leshate Murasi, I always thought he's a centre back when we were playing in a 3. But I could see that he has got good abilities when he plays as a right back. He's a good right back. And you look at how we're playing when I think Kabelo was not really a fullback that goes up and down, but it was Hosanna who was playing that position. But when they gave him that left back position, he really mastered it, and then it gave us a good shape in how we play. But all systems were good, depending on what kind of games are we playing. Because some oppositions they're sitting back. So with a 3-4-3, like you can play that. But some like Sundowns, Stellenbosch, they're hard to crack in Super Sport. So you had to go for at least 4. I think we went 4-2-3-1 most of the time.
4-2-3-1 with Touch and Pajo in the middle.
Yeah, Pajo was key.
Pajo was player of the season.
Yeah, for me, he deserves it.
Yeah, he got that award.
He deserves it. And there was someone who was our Scallum key, like who could unlock the hard things when the team is not maybe getting results well. Is Matala Maku.
Matala Maku.
For me, is my player of the season. Because if you look at games where we're tight games, he was the one who can come up with something and assist or record. And I think we had a very good season. And I was interested in how we used Shongwani. Shongwani was used more as a false 9, having Bushoko as a leading the line, and I think they gave us good goals.
They actually interchanged.
During the game.
During the game, so this boy Bushoko, who's more comfortable on the ball, he's able to come short, play as almost as a half 9 or 10 if you like.
He's good.
Good on dead balls. You saw his assist in the last game for Songwane. So, but we're not going to be long. I know it's rude to the boys not to be long when they've done consistently so well. How important was it for the team to not lose against their direct competition? Stellish.
That game was like
in both legs. Actually, they didn't.
We didn't lose. That game, like it was one of the games I was watching. My heart was beating so fast because it could have went either way. Yeah, and should have won that game. I think they were gonna have a lot of good chances of believing that they can clinch the title. But I think also I'll add on the Soweto derby.
We lost about 10 players in the Soweto derby.
They were in the national team.
Yes.
So I think the turnarounds of our team and is beating the big teams, and beating Pirates, beating SuperSport. That's where we tended, because those are the competitors in that league. So I think that's where we got it right, because the minute you win your direct competitor, you have more confidence of feeling like we can win this thing.
You said Pirates? And you said Sundowns?
Sundowns we didn't win, but what I liked about Sundowns game.
Oh, you said SuperSport.
Sundowns we lost the game, but I loved how we reacted the second game.
Yeah.
The following game.
Let me tell you what was missing in that game that we lost.
Yeah.
Because he was suspended.
It was very key. It was very, very key.
What are your expectations for next season?
Oh man, my expectations will go along the boys who I didn't mention as we were talking.
Okay.
It was Imad Hendricks, I think Imad came in. I saw Imad last year. He was playing GDL under 19. I was sure that he was going to be a top player. and he came in, and some people doubted him because they thought he's just someone who runs around. But he got us crucial goals in crucial games, you know. And then you look at your favorite Poketang.
Oh my goodness!
And I think Poketang and Vikim Kawan in the midfield. I think they were coming as subs most of the time. So I'm looking for more of growth from them, and I think we could also have some of the boys from under 19 team. Yeah, because there's the 20s, this boy plays as a striker, Modiku. Yeah, I think they will add some value.
There's 18 Mlangeni,
obviously.
Yeah. I know. Very key point that you said was that the technical team being added was key for us. But I think another key point was integration of players.
Exactly.
From GDL.
Yeah.
You know, I had a privilege to talk to one of the coaches, and he, before the season, he said, you see the boys that were winning Engine Cup, they are going to be part of DDC come next season. And if you look at the age of the boys, you can see that these boys are still going to be playing DDC football
next season,
for at least 2 seasons. Which then comes back to the question I had of your expectations. My expectations is for them to defend it, simply because we are going to have more of their boys still playing.
To add on that, like if you look at how the season went, like I think we started with the experienced players because they didn't want to rush Abu Malefu, you know, Malefu.
Oh my goodness, Malefu.
I
he hit the ground running.
And Pejo, like he was phenomenal because they were even 80 minutes of Tati and Ozumela. They found themselves sometimes sitting on the bench because they were playing so well these days. So I think they.
Okay. I think as we close it, beginning of the season, I expected two boys to have splendid season, Mbutu and Ozumela. The reason is simple. They went for preseason at the first team. But for Mbutu, I think it was a bit injuries here and there. And in game time sometimes for Ozumela. How important is it for these boys who are going for first team preseason? Is it for them to come back to TDC and boss it?
I think I don't want to compare it with other teams. I think the boys must just know that if you are in a Kaizer Chiefs setup, you can just go flip, like go to first team or to DDC. They must always be ready. You look at Aiden. I think Aiden has been through the same thing because some other time they said now he's promoted, but he has been at DDC for a longer time. But I think it goes with the mindset of the player. So they need to be prepared mentally that they may go to the preseason but still find themselves with the DDC team. It's tough because you look at Mbutu, like he was not himself this season.
He was not.
But there's quality there.
There is definitely quality there. He must keep his head up.
Yeah.
One last point. I need. Okay, if you're still watching, this is 1v1 with Nombali. And if you're still watching, it means this is the content that you relate to. Please don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button and like and share your comments in the comment section. Remember, keep it above the belt. I want to close with this. They say goalkeepers win you championships.
True, very true.
And attack win you games.
Yeah. Actually, they said defense.
Goalkeepers are part of a defense. If you look at our attack, we had one consistent player, Hlongwane, scoring for us. He scored about 14 goals.
I think so.
But I don't want to talk more about that. I want to talk about the defense. Takalani Mazamba.
I think we considered 13 goals, but it's not more than 16 goals that we considered. A lot of teams there, they go around 30, 20 goals. You know, Takalani it was a key season for him. He's a top keeper. And I wish he gets recognized for first team and just.
I heard this is one of the ones who are going for preseason.
That's good. That's very good.
Yeah.
I think he's a top keeper, comfortable on the ball, like vocal, a leader, and for him also, he's also a national team goalkeeper. And to add on that, in terms of national team, you know, I think our boys playing the national team also helps mentally because you had the like of Timba where we're we're always on the bench, but they could also go to the national team. But that mentality of playing with the big boys, like I think it really helped our boys.
Absolutely.
And it's a double achievement for them because they went there,
Absolutely.
they won AFCON,
Absolutely.
and then they came back and
And
they
won.
already won DDC. So it
Yeah.
was a good thing for them. And that thing will build them to tell them that you're winners, you know. And to add on that, in terms of being winners, I was at Pirates Cup, you know, and I asked Nkosi and Taj about, because we were left with few games today.
Yeah.
And I asked them, they said, no, man, the league is wrapped. We are going to win that league.
They were very confident.
So it shows that we have strong mentality. They have strong mentality.
When we were going to play Pirates, we had lost 10 players to the national team.
Yeah.
He said, don't worry, Frontman, we are going to win this. And they won it with 1 goal.
Yeah, that was the key of
it's a derby. Yeah. You need your best players. Yeah. But you had, I think we had best players.
This is a special group. This is a special group. And I wish them all the best. Like whether they end up with the first team or they go anywhere overseas. This is a class, super class team.
Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
I'm looking forward to another episode. I know you follow development football closely.
Yeah.
I love development football. So I'm hoping to work closely with you. People like you inspire me to love the game even further. So thank you, man.
You're the one who inspired me actually to follow.
Talent that caught my eye.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much.
This is 1v1 with Nombali. Thank you for watching. Cheers.